Were to banish an occupation, which one would you banish?
Probably farmers.
Yeah, I don't need those anymore. If you were to like blow up like one religious group into
Whoa.
no, not blow them up. I mean like expand them into a giant a country. Who do you think would have the most?
Most protective?
Or who would?
I have a couple ideas.
I just created a landmine.
So you know the Urukai that was strapped with bombs and ran into the wall and blew it up?
Are there any other religions that might take it that far?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. You remember the Urukai that flew an airplane into the Twin Towers?
Oh my gosh.
Greetings, fellow castaways, and welcome to the Riff Raft. We're the Iwinski brothers, and this is the podcast where we have the conversations you'd hear on a lifeboat, riffing on anything. Each one of us has questions and topics we bring to the table, which we riff and rant on. I'm Nate.
This is Keenan.
And I'm Phil.
As you know, we're going to jump right into our prompts.
Yay!
Do you think there's a Steve Jobs type character that runs a sweatshop?
Yes. Definitely.
He's like really into his job.
He's super focused on the vision.
Out of all the sweatshops out there is a guy in a black turtleneck, a bald head, and he is cracking the whip.
He's pince-nez his glasses.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's a prick.
Yeah.
He's literally Steve Jobs is what you're saying?
Oh, he's probably building iPhones.
Yeah, he just went for the look.
You got to be closer.
He just went for he just wanted to look just like him. He's a huge fanboy.
Yeah. He's got Steve Jobs photos all over his wall.
But you think he's like fatter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's no way he's the same stature.
You don't run a sweatshop
So,
without putting on a little weight.
He's like, we're going to release the next pair of Nikes, and I don't think the world's ready for it.
Yeah.
It's going to like press releases that he organizes.
Yeah. They're going to be so close to the real thing, but of course they're going to be fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're gonna scam the community.
$5 Nikes.
$5.
10,000 Nike in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's right.
Hear me out. You're fired. He's fired.
Sasquatch, get on it. Come on.
He's got another guy that's dressed even worse like Steve Jobs. He's trying to dress like the Steve Jobs character. So it just keeps like diluting, and that's his sidekick. Just like
got 1,000 clones working in a sweatshop.
his whole sweatshop full of Steve Jobs.
Everyone has the official uniform is a turtleneck. Everyone's sweating even more. It's the sweatiest sweatshop you've ever seen.
We pull 20-hour days here.
That's right. Everyone weighs like 90 pounds because we're sweating everything off.
We have a 0% churn rate.
Yeah.
Nobody leaves.
Yeah, no water breaks, no bathroom breaks. Just sweat breaks.
We just
so you can wring out your turtleneck.
we have a leaky roof, and you're lucky if your station is underneath one of the leaks. That's it.
That's right. We have a sauna room where you can go to sweat even harder. If you don't think you're doing a good enough job, there is an overachiever's room. Sweat it all out. We have a burger break for everybody. That's just so you can sweat.
Worst food for efficiency.
Oh my god!
You're just like, oh, it's so sluggish after it.
Yeah, the most traumatized type of meat ever. Yes, like completely against Steve Jobs.
They just put rats through a juicer.
Oh my gosh!
Make meatballs, spaghetti meatballs.
Chuck rat. That's what they got.
Rat chuck.
Rat chuck.
Ground rat chuck.
It's 80-20.
Yeah, I swear. It's like
This is super lean.
yeah, it's like 20.
You can work harder and sweat less.
Yeah. You know,
Wait, so you were instead of looking like Steve Jobs, you mean just had like his demeanor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just like straight up like just like a I watched the intro to the Jobs movie and how he's just like an absolute asshole to literally everyone in his circle. Like all the people that he should be like thanking and whatever, and just like a total.
Well,
total
I don't think
jerk.
anybody that runs a sweatshop really got there by being a nice guy.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think he's like.
You're right.
Yeah. I think, I bet Steve Jobs was inspired by all those
You know what?
sweatshops. He's like, they're so damn efficient. Fuck.
You pay them how much?
Wait a minute. I just have to like walk through a couple fast food drive-thrus and pick nickels off the ground to pay these people. I don't gotta even try. Fuck.
He's in like the fountain, like scooping out change. He's like, well, that'll pay him for the month.
Yeah.
He's just throwing them washers. It's like, you're good.
This isn't even a quarter. Yeah.
Who said I was paying you in quarters?
Yeah, I pay you in.
Come on, it rattles, doesn't it?
Nuts and bolts. Yes.
You could pretend, you put it in your pocket and pretend like you're rattling change.
He only hires blind people. He pays them in nuts and bolts.
Yeah, that's a quarter. It's a quarter and a penny.
He's just,
Why
yeah.
does it have grooves in it? I don't know.
Grooves.
Shut the fuck up.
That's a Canadian dollar. It's worth more.
Questioning the boss again.
Yeah.
Back to the sweat lodge.
Back to the sauna.
Sauna for you.
You know the deal.
That's 12 sweats for you. Better be dripping by the time I get back.
Dripping. He's walking out with Nikes.
I thought you meant.
I'm sorry. I thought it is stealing the merch.
What are you? You're a
What are
robber.
you, insane?
What are you trying to?
Here's where I see us in 10 years.
After
He
everything
calls
I've done
everyone
for
again.
you.
Yeah, he's got his core team of sweatshop workers.
Mm-hmm.
He has a whiteboard, like a really shitty whiteboard.
NBA All-Star of sweatshop workers.
Yeah, their fingers are always bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Their fingers have thimbles sewed onto their hands.
Oh my gosh. Jesus.
All right, the bloody Nikes. We'll charge more for these.
Yeah, the Nike Bleeding Edge.
And these are fire.
The bleeding. Oh my gosh, I'm a genius.
I'm a genius.
I'm smarter than Steve Jobs.
We'll just build it into the product.
Yeah, Jobs
We'll have
was
the,
an idiot.
the Nike sweats. Everybody sweat a pound of fucking moisturizer on these Johns.
The Nike sweats, their sweatpants.
They come to you soaking in moisturizer.
It's like 1,000 gel packets inside of it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would suck. That'd be so gross.
What do you mean? Those would be fly. Those would be fire. I'd wear that to a wedding.
Oh,
I came across this article. Lego is anti-LGBT
oh,
and
brother.
promotes only two genders, says the Science Museum.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
So the plastic bricks may reinforce heterosexuality as the norm because the blocks are seen as male and female, according to a tour at the London attraction. So this is from the Times.
Oh, man.
And I never thought I totally had no idea that Lego was so bigoted. And it
Gosh.
Yeah, can
makes
you
me
believe it?
sick.
I can't believe they'd do something like that. They'd pull something like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Two genders.
What a bunch of fucks.
Forcing everyone into only believing there's two genders that fit.
Man,
Yeah.
I used to love Lego.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
And I still do. Love them even more.
Oh, I can't believe that they would just No, how could they carry on? I thought that we would have left Lego in the past by now.
I thought we were past this, yeah.
Yeah, they're really hitting me over the head with
I
that.
thought we were better than this.
What the
Gosh.
heck? I thought we were advanced
Wow,
as a species.
My
It's really
childhood is
primitive.
ruined.
Yeah.
That's a little silly, I think. Come on. It's
I know there
I
should
don't
be
know.
at least like the base 10 genders.
yeah.
Like why
Why?
are there just two?
Why can't they go
It's so narrow-minded.
male to male? Why can't they go female to female?
They just start selling like completely white minifigures. Just pick whatever the fuck gender you want, all right? I don't care.
They're just selling mimes.
Yeah, they just
For
sell
genders.
white bricks.
No, they just start selling white spheres.
Yeah.
Just pretend.
Yeah, we're
and,
changing the
and
game.
it comes with a glue stick. You just glue them however you want.
You get like 20 sets of genitalia.
yeah.
What do you want it to be?
Create your own genitalia. Oh, mine's not gonna work with anybody else's.
It's like brick arms. You know, you can buy your Lego guns, like brick genitalia.
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely something like that out there already.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what kind of brain rot is going on over in London, or whoever's running that museum.
Yeah.
They were like, we need to call this out. This is a problem. We need to spread the news.
This is the biggest problem that we have so far, and we need to put this. Thousands of people need to know about this issue.
It also makes me think they know that it's gonna like
Trigger us.
trigger people
It's
like
rage
us.
bait.
Yeah,
It's
it's
for sure
100%
rage
rage bait.
bait.
And be like,
Bro, everybody used Lego. Obviously, we could do this thing too.
No one had ever thought that.
Ever.
Ever. Until this retard is like, it's putting this idea in people's heads that Lego is bigoted.
Have you heard there was a headline probably like 10 years ago, maybe more, asking whether or not peanut butter and jelly was racist?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. Because like only poor families or like poor black families like are making PB&Js.
I
Like-
still
like-
make PB&J.
Are you too?
Yeah, come on, guys.
Granted, I'm broke.
Yeah.
But
They're delicious.
Yes.
Especially when the bread is like that, like totally blanched,
oh,
like white
Wonder
completely
bread.
void of nutrition. It tastes
Yeah.
the best.
It's
That
so
Wonder
good.
bread is so good.
Shouldn't be used for anything other than small pieces of French toast,
oh, true.
and maybe just throwing in your toaster once. You know, there was this book I was reading about this guy who started from homelessness. I think you all know of it, Scratch Beginnings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think
it's a good
And-
book.
Yeah.
That was a fun read. He wasn't a great writer, but he definitely had some good insight, and said one of the tricks they would try to do on newcomers to the homeless shelter was, can you eat 2 slices of this bread with no water in 1 minute?
Oh. Yeah.
And that was like the fastest way to make $1 on these new guys. They say, I'll bet you $1 you can't eat 2 of these slices of bread in 1 minute. And like,
it was like the
nobody could.
saltine challenge.
Oh, yeah.
What was the saltine challenge?
It's like the same thing. I think you have to eat 6 saltines or 8 saltines
I
in,
could
in
do
like
it.
a minute.
We should spelling bee saltine challenge.
Yeah,
next
you get a
week.
word wrong, you have to eat 2 saltines.
Yeah,
You can eat as many saltines as you want. So as long as you know, you could suck shit at spelling, but as long as you're a moist boy, you could.
I'm sure.
What?
I'm done. I'm sorry.
Pause.
As long as
you're good and moist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here. Whoa.
yeah.
Save up just all your spit for a half hour. Just have a full mouth of spit, and then you're like, all right, give me those saltines.
Yeah.
I used to do that in church.
Just
I used to sit there seeing how much spit I could get in my mouth before swallowing.
that is crazy.
That's peak boredom
I
right
never
there.
knew that. Why? I thought I knew it all. No, that is peak boredom for sure. That also goes to show how incredibly boring our church used to be. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
our
Wow.
church was a snoozer. People would fall asleep. People would faint
Yeah, people were fainting.
because,
From boredom.
well, this one particular sermon, dude, he wasn't even an elder. He was just, they asked him, because that's what you could do at this church because it was small enough. They would just ask heads of households if they wanted to preach. And
Bad idea.
Real tight-knit.
it was for the Easter sermon, and he launched into like a 2-hour sermon on it was basically like an audio description of the Passion of the Christ. Like it was just like here are all the things they did to Jesus, and like there are children and pregnant mothers and
R-rated.
everyone. Like it was
like worse than watching Passion of the Christ.
like so
The
violent.
detail was like he would spend like 20 minutes on one torture, and it probably
Yeah.
took longer for him to describe the thing than it did for them to actually finish that torture on him.
Which is crazy.
No,
and then a
word.
lady like passed out listening to that and like collapsed in her chair.
My gosh.
Oh my God, Mrs. Day. You remember Mrs. Day?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Love you, Mrs. Day.
Yeah, we love you, Jason.
Hope
forget
you're
you,
doing
babe.
well.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope your
better
blood
be doing
sugar's
well.
better.
Did he walk anybody?
Walk anybody?
He
Like
walked
people leaving.
he walked
because they-
half the
He's
congregation.
bombing. How do you bomb a sermon that bad? You just have to get it real wrong.
no,
He thought he was onto something too.
Yeah, you knew. Yeah.
no, he like that happened. The lady fainted. We have a couple people who are like paramedic or EMT certified or whatever going up and like making sure she's okay because she's like coming back around. And by then he had stopped up on stage. He's kind of just like standing there, you know, shuffling his papers. And he's like, should I keep going?
Oh my
No, he
God.
picks up right where he left off. You listening again? All right, where was I?
I hope you didn't miss any of that.
Yeah.
I can restart.
And what they did was it used the morning star on his body.
They
The
beat
spikes on the balls would first crush his bones.
See, I remember
then
that.
he would bleed.
Yeah, that was the main.
That was
part I
the main one
remember.
was the whips with the balls of metal on the
Yeah.
end that had little spikes on them.
He scarred that whole congregation with that.
Sakes, heavy
yeah, it
It
handed.
was insane. Yeah, and you knew that
So
when he was
crazy.
writing that thing, it was like after everyone had gone to
Yeah,
bed.
he was-
He's like got his glass of wine. And he's just
Yeah.
He's the Amish Stephen King.
How can I make this as horrific as possible?
How can I make him remember the Bible by something?
Wow.
just the most graphic telling. Oh my gosh, no, that was not family friendly, bro.
He was nuts. How long do you think he spent working on that sermon? Because he's not the main pastor. He could have spent months.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I got 4 months to write the most fucked up piece of literature for this people.
He knows it word by word
He walks on a stage and just burns the papers. He's like, all right.
in front of them. He's like, that's what hell feels like. Now, let me talk about Jesus. You're like,
Oh, man.
what is this for? What is this about? That's probably why we sat in the back every time, so that when it was done, we could just turn on our heel and get out of there. Oh man,
There was some good moments from that. That moment, however, was a little much.
that was
There were some banger sermons from some good pastors, but you cannot open up the podium to the general congregation
Yeah.
for shock hour, you know.
yeah. That was no open mic at the church,
Yeah,
please.
for real. That's like what that was.
Yeah, oh my
Open
God.
mic or bombing. Let him bomb for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's Kill Tony, but up on
Oh my God.
up on stage.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Hobbs is like, okay, hey, don't go anywhere. Let's talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're.
So, what made you want to talk about Esther
Mm-hmm.
for 3 minutes straight? None of that was educational. None of that was interesting, and you misquoted scripture.
Also, your tie looks like shit. Yeah, where do you get that outfit?
There's a mustard stain on your white shirt.
Yeah.
You need a therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Day.
Mr. Day, everybody. Thank you very much.
All right, we're way into the inside jokes right
Yeah,
now.
it's gone. All right.
Okay. What are some of the coolest places to say you're from? Cities or countries, towns?
Hawaii's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hawaii's pretty cool.
Outer space.
Yeah, that'll get you put in Area 51 real fast.
Yeah. The people that are like, I'm a star seed from
Oh my
the
gosh.
cluster of
Nebula.
yeah, from the Achilles.
From,
Nebula.
from Achilles' ass.
From the Achilles bloodline, you know. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cool to say you're from Canada, really. No one really cares.
No.
It's not
no.
cool to say I don't care if people say they're from LA or New York or anything like that
No.
anymore.
Yeah.
I was just thinking Detroit is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Like if
Where
you
my buddy
say,
Eric's from.
yeah, I'm from Detroit, or like I used to be in Detroit.
Like you've probably seen some life living in that place, but also I
From
think about
Chicago.
like the adverse of
perspective in some of like the smaller countries that I feel like have tighter knit community. They're kind of still living. A couple years back, like Danish people or Swedish people. I don't know. I may be completely out of my league here.
If you're like from the Swiss Alps,
Yeah, Swiss Alps or something.
or you're from,
You say you were born in Antarctica.
Because most of those people know like 3 languages just off rip. Because most of those languages like bleed into each other.
But they only know how to bargain in those languages for survival.
Yeah, they only know how to.
They just know the prices of everything.
Mount Kilimanjaro.
Anybody that says they
I was a Sherpa.
Yeah, I'm from Warsaw, Poland.
Yeah.
Warsaw is such a tough name, though.
Warsaw's
crazy.
Because I immediately imagine like a weapon.
a war saw.
Whoa.
Who the fuck is using a
Warsaw.
saw on the battlefield?
Warsaw
That's
sounds
true.
like one of the like a Sidewinder missile. Warsaw.
You're in the battlefield. You have your gun. And you see a guy charging towards you with a saw. Your gun jams. And he just like grabs your leg and just starts sawing it off. Oh no!
You need this.
And he's just as surprised that he's doing it as you
Yeah.
are that he is.
He's
bro.
dressed like a carpenter.
Yeah. Just covered in blood.
The Warsaw.
Close hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
But he's so fast with it, takes him 5 zizzes.
Yeah.
Just like
That's
he's got a really buff right arm. It's just like it's like spazzing the whole time, even as he's charging you. He's like, ah!
Yeah, like it's always running.
It's like a chainsaw.
He's got to pull start his arm. It's him getting out of bed. He gets up, and his arm is
necklace
like,
of, like arms and legs around his neck. He's like, yeah, my trophy.
my kills. of the
Yeah, that's our
battle."
buddy Warsaw. Do not talk to him.
You go
He
home.
will. Yeah.
He goes home. He's got just this wall of legs. They're all wearing Nikes from a sweatshop.
We tried to give him a military issue gun. He wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
Said Warsaw. That's my weapon.
Warsaw.
Crazy enough, he's got more kills than half the deployment.
Yeah, he's killing it. He's
He's
always
on-
leading the charges, and he doesn't seem to fear anything.
Yeah.
I say we let him do his thing.
No. But
Yeah, unique weapons in war. Like, what if somebody like just had a tank of like liquid nitrogen and you just like freeze people?
Ooh.
Like, imagine like a gallon of liquid nitrogen dumped on someone's head.
Oh.
Like, what would happen?
You'd have to be
Yeah, we need to go
so
back to
technical with that gallon of nitrogen.
To
You have
making-
like, sneak up on people and be like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, I'm
Making-
freezing. I'm frozen.
brain freeze.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the team up ability with Warsaw. He comes over and saws your frozen face off.
Warhammer
Yeah.
breaks your head into a million pieces. But no, I mean, if they went back to making an example of people in pitched battle,
Mm-hmm.
you have like 5 prisoners lined up right at the front lines, and you just like kill them in horrific ways right in front of the other people. But you do that with like, here's our cool technology, and you put them all, you line them all up there, and all the army backs up, and then Elon just hits Starlink and just zaps the first guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's.
You know, they're getting to that.
They're getting to Starlink zapping you from your home.
Elon, they're pretty close. They're going to be able to just like kill you whenever they want.
Did you see, there's like a futuristic movie where AI has been integrated into the world. And so there are these robots that have like human features, and you can like donate your features to be a robot pretty much.
Whoa.
You guys haven't seen this?
No.
I'm forgetting the name of it, but damn it. Yeah, there was a moment where there's this big drop ship that'll ascend. Talking about it'll just
What the heck?
laser entire village.
Dang.
You guys have to watch it. That's a movie you guys would like, I know.
That's
so many
crazy.
people.
That reminds me of so I saw this video of these guys who built an ejection seat on like the back, like a flatbed trailer. And so they're driving at 40 miles an hour, and they eject the guy off the back of it at exactly 40 miles an hour, and he's standing perfectly still. It removed all the inertia and it was like the wildest thing to see.
Oh, dang.
And like in the comments, people are like saying like, it's pretty cool. Like until you like think about like that's probably how they're gonna deploy like AI soldiers in the future, except at like hundreds of miles per hour.
Yeah.
Like they'll do a flyover and eject people at like 300 miles an hour while they're traveling 300, and they're perfectly. It was like crazy how it worked.
A little physics experiment. Yeah, and then you think down the road.
The guy who did it had no helmet on.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
His balls. I'm just amazed. Like his balls like didn't somehow catch the wind like a sail. 'Cause this guy had cojones like you can't believe. It'd be like, we're ready to test it. No helmet. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Got a walkie-talkie in my one hand to let you guys know I made it.
Yeah, I'm alive right now.
Dude, what the?
No, but that's wild. Yeah, and then like a split second, there's just gonna be 100 troops on the ground storming your house.
What kind of
storming the sweatshops for the sacred sweat Nikes.
He's like, don't give up, don't give up.
Yeah, so we heard that you're eating organic food. You're not eating the GMO stuff. The government issued GMO food. With
You're growing tomatoes in here, huh?
Those tomatoes don't even have vaccines in them. How dare you eat
You got
those?
a license for those cucumbers? Come on. Stop it.
He's ripping up licenses for cucumbers right in front of him. We're burning all your crops.
No. I just want my family to be healthy. Well, we want your family to work for us.
Yeah.
What do you think? Them trying to shut down the Amish? The Amish are just beating them back with freaking blacksmith tools. And
They're like, the Amish are just building wall after wall. Impenetrable, just like thick cedar.
They make the roads really
Fortresses.
bumpy so that the cars have to slow down. And they can always catch them by surprise.
Purposefully make the terrain an absolute terrifying. Yeah, what would, if you were to like blow up like one religious group into a,
Whoa.
no, not blow them up. I mean like expand them into a giant, into like a country. Who do you think would have the most protect?
Oh, the most protective?
Or who would?
I have a couple ideas.
I just created a landmine.
So you know the Urukai that was strapped with bombs and ran into the wall and blew it up?
Are there any other religions that might take it that far?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. You remember the Urukai that flew an airplane into the Twin Towers?
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember. I forgot.
Actually, that's my favorite part.
The Lord of the Rings were awesome.
Yeah, man. Especially the.
Am I thinking of a different Two Towers?
No, those are the Twin Towers. I mean
From the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the Two Towers.
Yeah.
He flew it into the ISR. He flew a Boeing 747.
They predicted it. Tolkien predicted it.
Is Tolkien alive? No, he's dead.
Is
right?
he dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
dead.
Christopher Lee, the guy who played Saruman, was the only person of the entire cast that ever met J.R.R. Tolkien.
Dang.
How did he know to meet him?
He didn't.
They were just buddies.
They randomly
he
met.
happened
they were
to he happened to
They're
know
like
him. Yeah.
friends.
I don't know. That's cool.
Yeah, Tolkien and C.S. Lewis were good friends too.
I wonder if he wanted to be Gandalf, and then they put him as the bad guy. Because that's tough.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he was a piece of shit in that
was
movie.
Really? Oh, you mean
Saruman?
Saruman was? Yeah, he was a bad dude.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Peter Jackson really liked him. Peter Jackson would go to Christopher Lee for advice on how to like run certain things because Christopher Lee had a lot of insight on Tolkien, and he would like dictate certain scenes. And in the scene where Saruman gets stabbed, spoilers.
If you haven't watched the fucking thing already, come on.
Yeah.
30 years old. I don't know how old it is. Go ahead.
He
20?
gets stabbed in the back, and Peter Jackson, the director, says, just like you're gonna when you get stabbed, you let out a yell, and you're like and then you're gonna fall. And Christopher Lee kind of looks at him and says, "I fought in World War II,
Oh my gosh.
or in one of the wars," and he's like, "I don't think you know what sound a man makes when he gets stabbed in the back." And I do, so I'll make that sound. And he does. And if you hear him, the reason he makes that sound is because when you get stabbed, all the air leaves your lungs.
Oh, it's like getting the wind knocked out of you.
Because
You can't yell.
it's just like a
Yeah.
and
I wonder how many guys he bayoneted
yeah.
in the back.
Yeah.
His own guys.
Studying the sound they make.
I'll try again.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
Yes.
Tolkien's going to want to hear about this.
Yeah.
This movie's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be really
The R&D
good.
for this movie is insane.
So I got. This.
We started a whole war for it.
I know how it sounds for a guy to get stabbed, but sawed in half on a battlefield.
He's like,
What would it
Tolkien.
sound like if a guy got liquid nitrogen poured on him and then his leg sawed off?
How about a Tesla ray right to the top of his head? Can we do that? Tolkien is a tall order, but we can try, man.
You movie better hit though.
He's like, trust me, you won't know what hit you.
Mm.
So you know what was this last weekend?
The
No.
Super Bowl.
Oh,
The Super Bowl, which I barely watched.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it either.
That
It was pretty
so
lame.
So
anticlimactic.
dumb.
As soon as they saw that the Chiefs like beat the Bills, there was a huge meme about the refs like just off or stripped of the game. It's so obvious
It's no
now.
secret.
Yeah.
So boring.
But
Yeah.
more importantly, the Waste Management Open.
yeah,
That happened.
Here.
That was fun.
in
and
Arizona.
there's
That
a
was cool.
sport.
There's an event.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And that was in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
I was there Saturday. You guys were there Sunday.
We were there Sunday. Yeah.
Did you anything noteworthy?
A few things, actually.
Yeah.
So Jordan Spieth hit his golf ball, and it doinkered a bald guy on the head.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And this guy, he was bleeding.
Yeah.
Like, you could
it
see
broke
because
skin.
It was
he was
right in front of us.
He was bald.
Really?
It was like,
Well, it
yeah,
wasn't
right.
like we're standing next to him, but we were
Yeah.
up there, and then we saw the dude like.
And we looked down, and he got smacked in the head, and he took his hat off, and you could see him like wiping blood off of his head.
And he let out a big owie.
I have a boo-boo.
Ooh.
Is that what he said?
I need a bandy.
Yeah, I need a man.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
but yeah, no, that was and Jordan didn't go up to him at all. Like normally, if they do that, they're like
Check on
check
him.
to see if
Yeah.
for the clip.
Give him a
at
free
least.
glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make ESPN with that, but
Sorry,
he didn't. He was,
No sympathy.
yeah, no.
It's like a bald guy, boring. He was a lady, maybe.
yeah, it was a hot
baby.
girl, maybe.
If it was a baby that I permanently gave brain damage to.
Yeah, sign that baby's head. Sign the dent.
Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, there you go.
So funny.
This baby's worth $10 more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
sell
went
me
up-
that sweatshop to that Steve Jobs character.
Yeah.
This guy has a golf ball sized goose egg on his head. He just goes up, doesn't even say sorry, he just signs it. It says you're welcome. There's your 15 minutes of fame.
There you are, Buster.
Probably got in the way on purpose.
Yeah, you gotta
Pension whore.
Quit cramping my style. I got a game to get to. Oh my gosh.
Oh man! But then after that, after he hit that guy, it was a terrible lie. It was like off to the side, out of the fairway.
Yeah.
He hits a beautiful chip onto the green. And
Dude, he
then
puts it
goes
like-
one under par and puts it.
He puts it like 5 feet,
It was
within
like-
5 feet of the hole.
Yeah.
Didn't
like, it
even
was-
bother him at all. Didn't
No.
shake him at all.
No, like
He goes and
That is so funny.
that is professional. That's crazy
he won
professional.
$800,000 that weekend.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's-
So first place got 1.8 million, second and third 800, and then I forget what the other ones are.
That's clean.
Holy
that is-
mackerel.
Jeez.
I would have that kind of focus too. I'd be like, guy got hit in the head, no time for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is interesting to watch is the dudes that are playing for like the couple like thousands of dollars, like maybe the 30,000 to 50,000, because then it's like every shot you take is a couple $1,000s. The dudes that are making like 800,000, they're like, I'm so
Right.
heck.
Mm.
But those dudes that are playing for like their salary essentially.
Yeah, if I don't make this putt, like I can't pay for a flight home.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, there are some of those guys that would like visibly pissed up there. And that's the shit you don't see on the camera. It was interesting to see. I'd never been to a golf.
Huh.
Yeah.
What about you? You see
Yeah.
anything interesting?
I mean, people wear crazy outfits at this thing. So I saw like
Really?
30 people wearing like alien morph suits, like walking around.
No way.
There was a cluster of people dressed up like Knights of the Round Table, like
What?
like full like headgear, like fake mail armor
This was Saturday, huh?
on Saturday.
Man, that's
Dang.
A bunch
fun.
of people dressed up as lumberjacks, like
No
so-
way.
yeah, it was like EDC, like people like dressing so they could find each other in the crowds
Right.
Oh,
as they get wasted in the sun.
Man, I should have gone as Duckman.
Dang, yeah.
I thought about it. I was like, nah.
Yeah, Sunday seemed a lot more tame. It was just a couple of like
was just
beer
golfers.
dads with big hats, and that was it. But
Old people and trophy wives. And
Yeah, and then I mean, there was like a couple guys. There's one guy in particular who's wearing like a full American flag like suit. But he just had the face of like a sex offender. Like there's sometimes when these people wear these wild outfits and they're like looking for so much attention,
yeah.
there's just not like something not right about it. Like he was like he didn't have the look to pull it off,
Right.
Mm.
and I was just creeped out by his aura.
yeah.
And I'm usually spot on about this. Like if you look this guy up, he's probably got some.
Yeah, takes one to know one.
He just took his ankle bracelet off to go to this thing.
Yeah, he's probably just in disguise right now, trying to play it out. He's trying to play a different character.
Yeah, only Freddie Mercury can get away with an outfit like that, and even barely.
Man, yeah. Thought I recognized. Thought I TP'd his house at one point.
Freddie Mercury's?
No, sorry. That's like a big thing where you'll look up sex offenders and then you'll go to their house or like you'll put plastic or whatever.
Fair is fair.
Yeah. There was one home.
Dang.
Me and my buddy Chris. There was
Call him out.
a house that had a sex offender in it, and whenever he had garbage in his car, he would go by. He'd drive by and just throw all his trash on this dude's lawn.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Chaotic good.
Thanks, Chris.
Dang.
Tape a bunch of pictures of his mugshots like all over his windows.
Oh man.
A huge sign that says sex offender here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, so when you're a sex offender, when you move into a new neighborhood, you have to knock on all the doors and tell them you're a sex offender. I think they still make you do that.
Yeah.
But if people move out and new people move in, he doesn't have to go to the new people. He doesn't have to tell them.
Interesting.
You know? So
Career sex offender living in your neighborhood. Haven't knocked the door.
nobody knows.
Nobody knows shit.
He's just whacking off in his middle, in his living room. No curtains on the windows.
He's got a telescope and binoculars under.
he's
like, oh, I spotted one.
like turrets on the top of a castle.
Except falls out like.
like putting together a freaking telescope. 5 seconds.
Yeah, he got tutorials online. Here's how to put together a telescope. Yeah, my neighbors just put in a pool backyard.
Oh,
He has massive windows all throughout his house, so that everyone can see exactly what he does all the time.
No, all the windows are tinted though. Glass house.
They're all mirrors. It's all two-way mirrors.
Yeah.
One-way mirrors.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just helicoptering. He's like, they can't even see me.
He's like, wait, that kid's about to throw a rock. Oh no!
Hold on.
He's still helicoptering as the rock comes through.
I can't stop.
Oh my gosh. No.
Lord have mercy.
Forget
I had an
it.
idea of what if
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we already
Keenan,
talked
you're
about
getting
this.
a message in a bottle.
What? Okay. Well,
And-
my idea goes first next.
Okay. And Keenan gives his to Philip,
Let me
and Philip
just-
gives his to me. This part of the show is called Message in a Bottle. Before each episode, we take 5 minutes to write a paragraph based off of a seed word and give it to a fellow brother to read out loud in an attempt to make everyone laugh. This week's seed word is
Disgruntled chef.
disgruntled chef. No laughing starting now. Keenan.
The enraged chef smacked the garbage boy in the face with a plate of sausages. Raw! It's fucking raw as my soft, flaccid dong in an ice bath. The chef whipped his cock onto a cutting board and picked up a cleaver. I'll cut my dick off and throw it in a pan and make a better sausage than any of you. His team of women chefs instantly Me Too'd him on Instagram, but that only made him famous. The cock chef was born. Famous for flashing his customers and shirt cocking the staff, he would go on to be Me Too'd 198 times yearly. He died saying, I'll donate my penis to Flavortown. That is pretty.
What a character.
It didn't get a.
What a legacy.
Yeah.
It almost got you.
Almost. I was.
It was pretty close. All right.
All right. The fire spread to the outhouses, making the smell even worse. It all started when Carl Jr., the first, was attempting his famous fuck you burger for the first time. 2 wheels of cheese, 3 patties of chuck meat, dead rat, avocado, dried lettuce, drenched in moonshine. He successfully burned down his parents' home, starting in the basement, and to his surprise, traveled all the way to the family outhouse, where an atomic bomb mushroom cloud exploded, solidifying his name in the fast food Hall of Fame. Oh, that's pretty funny. The fuck you.
Two
That's basically
wheels,
what they're feeding us.
2 wheels of cheese.
No, I mean,
All right, I heard Philip laughing as he wrote this one, so let's see what we got. Disgruntled chef. Larry's Diner was in trouble. Their head chef quit, and the backup chef had terrible hygiene. He itched deep in his asshole before chopping onions. Onions were in almost every dish. The dining room had dedicated, quote, get sick buckets, end quote, for puking and diarrhea. An old lady screamed, I feel like I just ate knives for dinner. What the fuck? I've never felt so sick in my life, and I used to be homeless and eat rotten garbage out of the Arby's dumpster. Another diner is heard muttering, is this what it feels like to die? A third diner says, there's a full log of poop in my omelet. Larry spins his revolver and looks down the barrel. I'm ruined. The end.
All right.
Man,
I have
pretty close,
onions
pretty
in
close.
everything.
There's a full log of poop in my omelet.
If you cut into an omelet and found a full log of poop,
Take a picture immediately. I would take a picture.
Post it to Yelp.
Yeah. 5 stars.
The guts on this chef. I respect it.
you know what? We need more out-of-the-box thinkers.
Yeah. Can I get another one of these?
Why aren't we serving shit? Why aren't we doing it better? Come on, let's take notes.
Steve Jobs type character in the in the kitchen. What are we doing, people? We aren't thinking hard enough.
He's just so
Anything rotting, he just turn it into kimchi.
They'll buy it.
I made a bread out of it.
It's got the Nike logo on it.
Throw some yeast on it, see what happens. Or
Nike
bake
on.
something.
Yeah.
All right, what was your idea, Keenan?
Oh, it was, I don't know, and we may have talked about this before, but I think that if there's a legal dispute, only you or a member of your family should be able to defend yourself in court. That way you can't have a bunch of crazy out-the-ass lawyers that have been preparing every single day of their life to scam you. So, like, you get into a fender bender, and then it's really just up to, the
Sex offender bender?
no. Sex bender.
Sex offender, gender bender.
Sex bender. Gender.
It's getting in a wreck with a...
But yeah, no, that was about it. That was about it.
So, all right. So let's say 2 people have a dispute. They want to take it to small claims, and you don't get a lawyer, right? So they do an IQ test. As long as you're within a certain range of IQ, so that you can't be like unfairly taking advantage of someone much dumber than you.
I want Forrest Gump representing me.
You gotta hash it out, brain to brain.
Gotta
Man
play
to
a game
man.
of skee ball. Whoever wins it. Or yeah, and so it's
Skee
depending
ball.
on how high the IQ is. You play a game where there's some sort of contest instead of even arguing.
Even better, you get the 2 dumbest family members to argue about it.
Oh, true.
First wins. No, Andrew. I told that to Andrew, and he's like, the best criminals in the world would just be the richest people on the. Whoever is like the sleaziest, smartest sleaze bag is immediately on top of the world, which is essentially
What's happening?
what has happened. Yeah.
Well, so we may as well make it interesting, is kind of what we're saying.
Yeah. No more lawyers. We're to banish an occupation. Which one would you banish?
Wall Street. Stockbroking.
I would banish.
Probably farmers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need those anymore. The
Crossing guards,
yeah.
There you go.
Therapists.
meter maids.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, forget it. HOA people rolling around.
HOAs do need to be banished. That is bullshit.
HOAs just need to lighten up. Goodness.
Yeah.
What am I in, a fucking Fortune 500 company?
It looks like your front-facing wall is slightly different than the rest of your house. Paint your whole house. Otherwise, we'll fine you $140 every month until you do.
Yeah, we noticed you put stepping stones without our approval to the front of your house. You're going to have to take those out or give us $3,000.
Yeah, do you have a permit for that basketball hoop that you put in?
That is the dumbest. You can't put a basketball hoop. I am paying all this money to be. I've never paid for it. But whoever does has to pay all this money, and then they have to adhere to some, like, drunk person that has nothing better to do than to yell at everybody for their house not looking like home gardens.
Like, there are 5 weeds in your front yard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got dinged because the house we're renting, the guy who owns it is lazy and doesn't want to fix the irrigation, and so all of his plants are dying. And so we get dinged because there's like some dead bushes in the front yard. And fortunately, we're renting. We don't have to pay for that. But they come and replace these bushes with like these twigs of like the saddest looking. Like these things are half dead already.
Nice.
There's no irrigation.
Love it.
And they're going to be fully dead in a few weeks.
Gosh.
And like that really made a difference. So it was like the bare minimum, because like instead of a dead bush, like you have something a fifth of the size that is half dead.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, HOA needs to be banished from all. Let the people do what they want with their property they're paying for. I don't get how there's still some community aspect that just has a grip on you. And then if you even want to be a part of the HOA, you have to like fucking sleaze bag your way to the top, and then from there you can, drip oil stain the driveway. And that really what
I should be allowed to drip oil all over my property. I should be able to dig for oil on my property, and you can get off my ass.
Yeah.
You should mind your own business. I can dig my own basement, my own swimming pool. I can light fireworks off as long as they explode right over my house. Put a deck on my roof.
Come on. Not hurting anybody but myself here.
Christmas lights year round. Fuck you.
Drive-in movie screen theater in my backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm opening an Orange Julius.
Yeah, you should be able to make your house. Like, you shouldn't need.
I got a Scooter's coffee in my driveway now. Suck it.
There we go. See?
Half price for all my neighbors that aren't dicks about it.
Yeah. Anyone who wants to pick up this 5 a.m. shift,
Yeah, we're a little short-staffed, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think this fully through.
Could you give us a hand? Yeah, somebody doesn't know how to work our urns very well.
Yeah. Our irrigation ain't working at all.
And the drilling for oil is 24/7.
Yeah.
There's always that clang, 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 clang.
Imagine if you could just open whatever, like if they said, fuck off with the dispensaries or with like the rules
zoning,
about zoning, and like, you can open a dispensary in your house if you wanted. You're growing weed in your basement. You're like got a booming business all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like really let people support small businesses.
Exactly.
If you did have that, someone next to you would be like, oh, if you're selling weed, well, I'm going to sell freaking snacks.
Yeah, cookies and pies.
Like
and
tons of,
I like baking.
I'm going to be just like a baker with like somewhat of a cafe and make like what I want to make. And then the guy right next to him's a freaking like lounge bowling alley.
Yeah.
So the stoned people can go there, and then if they want to throw a few balls, they can.
And that would completely take out, like, I feel like trading would be such a bigger type of way of payment. Like, no one would be using U.S. currency anymore. Be like,
the barter system would be back.
yeah, barter system would be
It'd
back.
be so
and
cool.
boom, if everybody had like a niche that they were able to
Dude.
just like, yeah, I make the best fucking cookies within 10 miles. And
Communities would be stronger.
no
Like-
one has to drive anywhere. No need for a car, really. If you can just walk to like the best
Yeah.
spots.
Yeah. You'd be like, yeah, that guy he brings over a case of IPAs and we let him bowl for free.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's just like stuff like that. He gets them at a discount price, and, he likes bowling every week with his buddies.
It would completely shit on capitalism.
I know.
Capital-
Donald Trump would throw a fit.
Yeah, no, our country would just be 1,000 billion hippies and not
Like, I will put tariffs.
bartering.
I will put tariffs on all imports.
You have some people that take it a little too far, though. They like, they're like, oh, I'm making a few bucks with these chickens. You're like, let's see how many I can squeeze in this backyard. They have like just horrific chicken conditions.
It's chicken wire like 3 stories tall, housing all these chickens.
Oh my.
Ecological disaster.
There's like guinea pig tubes for these chickens.
It looks like a
running
Minecraft
around.
farm. It's just like 60 feet in the air.
He has like a water system to push him off of a ledge and kill him with fall damage. And then he goes in and harvests. Only the strong ones are able to push against the current, so I know which ones are old.
You got
So
it down
funny.
to a system.
Yeah.
Talk about the innovations that we'd figure out.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Supply chain wouldn't be as big an issue.
Mm.
Because now, as of now, it's like if you want to sell something obscure, you got to figure out Etsy. You got to start real slow.
You have to be online.
Yeah.
You can't do shit.
You're like, what if I like encasing corn dogs in resin and selling them on keychains?
Come on.
What if I wanted to just start in my neighborhood? Can't.
Why are you cramping my dream?
The freaking the ability to just be unabashedly ouch.
I did see a lemonade stand
Oh,
this last week, which was really fun.
good. Yeah.
Guy and his daughter, lemonade, $2.
A little pricey.
A little
Man.
pricey. I didn't stop. I sped up.
No. I ran into him.
I flipped them off.
Revved it, honked my horn, blasted.
Price gouging.
I splashed him with the puddle that was right in front of him.
Yeah, I threw my garbage that I had in my car at him.
I actually did stop, and I walked out with the lemonade that I had bought from Panera.
Yeah, I waved it in his face.
Kind of like swirled it around. And, $2, huh? Just kind of took a sip of mine.
I'd rather.
Well, why don't you sell the good stuff?
Yeah, a big gulp's 65 cents.
Yeah, Big Q is really, that hits the spot right about now.
You fucking scam artist. This
When
is
I-
what's wrong with our fucking HOA.
Yeah.
People like you.
I'll bet you voted for Trump.
Yeah. I bet you think they're.
I bet you play with Legos, you bigot.
All right, last prompt.
Sure.
I got one.
Okay.
Or if you have one that you want to do as well, we can do 1 and 1. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, a serial killer has fallen in love with you, and you know that you're his next victim. How do you tell him that you don't love him in a way that won't make him kill you?
Why am I fucking a dude?
You didn't realize he was a serial killer until you got to know him.
Okay. Wait.
Pretend you're a girl.
Oh. Okay.
Because if it's a girl serial killer,
That'll be the first.
Yeah.
you can kill her first.
No, you don't know that. You don't know that. Maybe she's got the tech.
You're right. How could I be so bigoted
To
think that
so
a man could overpower a woman
I
in
will-
most scenarios?
yeah.
That's
Come
true.
on, Nate. Be progressive. What do you play with Legos or something?
Yeah, sorry, I'm playing too much Legos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rotting your brain.
Bigoted. Fuck.
Need to start
Gosh.
playing Apex Legends.
Yeah. I'll send you some.
And
All
watching
right,
that.
so you gotta let him down easy.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to let this serial killer down
Gotta
easy.
let-
Otherwise, he's going to whack you.
Oh, okay.
You need to make yourself somehow. You need to find out what disgusts him and become that.
Oh.
Mm. Yeah, what if
Smear
he's...
poop all over your body. Obviously,
Yeah.
step one.
That's a go-to.
Carl
Yeah.
Jr.'s fuck you burger for 12 weeks. Shit. Save it. And then smear yourself with poo.
Well, if he's... Usually serial killers are really, like, neat, tidy people, you know?
CD.
True, calculated
And
killers.
so
Yeah.
you do really bad math right
Yeah.
in front of him over and over.
Yeah, you make a schedule in front of him, and it's just horrible.
Yeah, just
There's so many
conflicting stuff.
conflicts.
Yeah.
Yes, 1,000
I can't. Oh, I scheduled 10 different events on one day, but I'm wide open for the rest of the week.
Yeah. Oh man, what should I do?
There's no way I can move them
Gotta
around.
go.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to cancel our date.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel our what? But I love you.
Hey, look, bud. Just not India.
Sorry,
That's
man.
gonna get you killed.
Nothing against you. I think you're great.
Yeah.
He'd be like seething through his eyes, and he would just say, "That's okay. Yeah,
That's fine. It's actually good.
yeah, it's okay. I want the best for you."
I knew you were gonna say that. I was planning it. Planned you were saying
You're
that.
gonna say it's all part of my plan.
Yeah.
Go on home to your house. Warsaw's there.
Yeah. Tread lightly.
One little surprise. All right, what you got, Philip?
All right. Well, we were talking about all these bigoted companies, and
Yeah,
it's
disgusting.
I remembered Band-Aid, how they didn't offer different flesh tones until like 2020,
Oh yeah,
and there was an uproar once people realized. They were like, yeah, you're right. Like, how come there are only these like pasty white Band-Aids for decades and decades?
I can get behind that one. I
agree.
I like.
Yeah.
I
that
think
one.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with Band-Aid?
it's filthy.
And to think of all like the black like small business owners who had this commercial opportunity to start a Band-Aid and a different flesh tone, and how big Band-Aid squashed them down and wouldn't let them.
Oh, because they were like, it's a good idea and you're not going to do it.
Like,
we're going to cash
we could
in.
look up how many times
the classic
Big Band-Aid
steal the idea.
prevented them from, it didn't happen.
Oh,
So it was just an opportunity. What a commercial opportunity.
That no one capitalized on.
yeah.
Zero people. It was just Band-Aid. Flagship. Like, nobody did it yet.
It was
All
like,
right.
all of a sudden in 2020, they're like, yeah, they didn't do that. We're upset. First of all, a Band-Aid never matched anyone's skin.
No.
That's true.
It was always
It was
light.
like a
Shining.
baby pink.
Android shining.
Yeah, no, it's like
Albino.
penis pink, honestly.
And most of the
Newborn
time,
pink.
most of the time you wear a Band-Aid that has Mickey Mouse on it, or like a character, it's like you're proud of your battle wound.
Still have Snoopy Band-Aids.
True.
Or you get like Scooby-Doo ones that you put on your nose when you scratch it.
Just like sometimes like these hills that people choose to die on, and a big deal out of like whether it's Lego, whether it's these Band-Aids. It's just like what we really need is to be able to dig oil in our own yards, to be able to sell weed out
of my
back
front
porch,
window.
uninhibited.
Come on.
We need vigilante justice. We need roaming gangs of vigilante justice.
We need open field combat.
We need less government and just more freedom.
We need
across the
Warsaw
board.
to be exacting justice on people as he sees fit. We need a society where you can feel comfortable breaking up with your serial killer boyfriend.
Yep. We should shut the internet off for 2 days out of the week.
We need the fuck you burger.
On it.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, if everyone collectively fasted for a week, society would be off to a pretty decent start. We might lose a few, but
I think we would. Yeah. The anorexics, for one.
Which
they'd be in trouble. They'd be in a little trouble.
And what would be sad is they'd welcome it, but then they'd end up dying. They'd be like, "Oh, good, yeah, I didn't want to eat anyway."
Oh yeah, I'm on board with a fast.
Bring out your dead.
I'm in ketosis. I can't feel anything.
Yeah, and then you just all of the people that had to have food all that time and are having heart attacks.
Mm-hmm.
It's natural selection, and I know those are hard words to hear for the people who don't play with Legos, but we need a society.
Yeah, life is short.
We can play with Legos.
Blow the lid off of it.
We're all gonna die. Oh my gosh.
We're all gonna die, so why not have two genders?
So why not?
We're gonna end it there, fellow castaways.
Perfect.
Ending on a all right.
This has been the Riff Raff. Thanks for drifting with us. Bye.
See ya.